In this video, we will be discussing about reverse odd levels of binary tree. Given the root of a perfect binary tree, reverse the node values at each odd level of the tree. Return the root of the reversed node. A binary tree is perfect if all parent nodes have two children and all leaves are on the same level. The level of a node is the number of edges along the path between it and the root node. So what they are saying is that in the input, we are given the root of a binary tree. Now what we need to do is that we need to reverse the node values at each odd level of the tree, right? First of all, what is a level? So this is level 0, this is level 1, this is level 2, and this is level 3. Basically, the level of a node is the number of edges along the path between it and the root node. So if I say this is level 2, so here, if you see this node 8, from the root node along the path, how many edges does it have? 1 and 2, right? That is why this is at level 2, right? So this is what levels are. Now we need to reverse the node values at each odd level of the tree. Odd level meaning, so this was level 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So 1 and 3, these are odd. So we need to reverse the values at each odd node level. So this was the odd level. Here we need to reverse the values of these two nodes. So this will change to 5 and 3 like this. Then this one is an odd level. So here what we need to do is we need to reverse the value. So when you will reverse, this 8 will come here and 1 will go there. This 2 will be swapped with 7. 3 will be swapped with 6 and 4 will be swapped with 5. Right? Another thing that is given to us that this is a perfect binary tree. Now, what is a perfect binary tree? So, in a perfect binary tree, each node has 0 childs or 2 childs, exactly 2 or 0 childs, right? If you see, all the nodes are having 2 childs, just the leaf nodes are having 0 childs, right? So, other thing is that all the leaf nodes should be at the same level. So, if I have a tree like this, right? Now, this here, all the nodes are having either 0 or 2 child nodes, but the leaf nodes are not at the same level. 2 are at this level and 1 is at this level. So this is not a perfect binary tree. But in our case, all leaf nodes are at the same level and each node has exactly 0 or 2 child nodes. So this is a perfect binary tree. Basically, all the leaf nodes have 0 childs and all other nodes have exactly 2 childs, right? So now, when we will reverse these nodes, then how our tree is going to look like? So firstly, root node will remain as is, right? Then in the second level, this is level 1. So we will have to reverse them, right? So 5 will come here and 3 will go here, right? Then next level will be as is because that is an even level. But in the next level, that is an odd. So here we will have to reverse our values, right? So this 8 will come here now, right? So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is what it will look like, right? So now how are we going to solve this? So see, since we are concerned with the levels of our tree, my mind says that if I apply breadth first search here, that is BFS. Why BFS? Because in BFS, we take into account each level of our binary tree, right? First we encounter this level, then this level, then this level, and then this level, right? In BFS, since I am able to access each level of my binary tree, I can apply BFS here and at each odd level, I can reverse my values, right? The values of the nodes. So what do we do in BFS? We maintain a queue, right? In a queue, we first insert the root node, right? So 2 will be inserted in our queue. Then we know that as soon as we have started, our level is 0 at this point, right? Now what do? That we enter a while loop that, okay, while our queue is not empty, take the size of the queue and then run a loop for that size of the queue. So here only one node is present, right? So you will run a for loop of I from 0 till the size of the queue, right? This is what we do. And then inside this, we take the front node from the queue and then we pop it, right? And when you pop it, then whatever are its left and right child, that we push on back to our queue, right? So what will happen is firstly you will have a 2, that is the root node, right? And the level will be 0. So now the size of the queue is 1. So you will run a loop one time. In that you will take this 2 out, right? This 2 will come out and then what you can do is that while you are removing it from the queue, you can push it back inside a vector, right? Why inside a vector? So that it will help you in reversing the values, right? So at this point, the level is 0. So you won't be doing that, but still we have pushed it inside our vector, right? Now, whenever we take a node from the queue, what do? We push its left and right child inside the queue. So the left child of 2 is 3 and the right child is 5, right? So in the queue, 3 and 5 will come now, right? Now here we are done. Our loop has run one time. Now we will see that, okay, the level was 0, so we won't be reversing. Let's move on to the next iteration, right? So now we are done with this level, right? So now when we will move on to the next level, we will increment the level by 1. So the level will become 1 now, and now we will see that, okay, queue is not empty. Let's take the size of the queue, which will be 2. So a for loop will run 2 times, where first we will get 3 from the queue and then we will get 5, right? So the first iteration, 3 will be taken out from the queue and we will store it in a vector, right? And then whatever are the child nodes of 3, that is node 8 and 13, that will be pushed into the queue. So 8 and 13 will come here, right? Then in the next iteration, 5 will come out and it will be stored inside the vector, and the child nodes of 5, that is node 21 and 34, that will be pushed inside our queue. So 21 and 34, right? Now we are done with this particular level. We had only 2 nodes initially and 2 iterations are done now, right? So we will see that now the level is odd. So then that means we need to reverse our values, right? So in this vector, what we will store? We will store the nodes itself, right? Basically, we will create a vector of tree node type, right? So that we can store directly the nodes inside our vector. So we can just simply reverse these values in our vector and we will be able to reverse our nodes at each odd level, right? Then you will be done at this level also. So you will increase your level by 1. Then you will go for the next level, that is level 2. All the nodes are present here. You will take all of them out. You will insert their child nodes into the queue and you will follow the same process until our queue becomes empty, right? Now, let's discuss about how are we going to swap the nodes inside this vector. So now when we will be at this particular level, that is level 3, our vector will look like this, right? Now we need to reverse the node values. So this 1 should be replaced with the value 8, 2 should be replaced with 7, 3 with 6 and 4 with 5, right? So what we can do is that we can maintain 2 pointers over here, one pointer which will be left and one pointer which will be right. Left will be at the 0th position and right will be at the last position, right? And at each iteration, what we can do that we can swap these two values. So 8 will come here and 1 will go here, right? So these will be swapped. We have an 8 here and we have a 1 here. So when we are done with this, what we will do? We will move our left forward by 1, right? And we will move our right towards the left by 1, right? Again, we will do the same thing, that we will swap these two values, right? So 7 will come here and 2 will go here. Again, we will move our left and right. So left will be moved forward by 1 and right will come towards the left by 1. Now we will swap 3 and 6. So 6 will come here, 3 will go here, right? Then we will move our left and right again. So left will come here, right will come here. Now again we will swap 4 and 5. So 5 will come here, 4 will go here. And now again we will move left and right. So right will come here, left will go here. Now we will stop here. As soon as our left becomes equal to or greater than right, we will stop. Basically in the loop, we will check that while our left is less than right, only till then we are going to do the swapping operation, right? So at this point we will stop, and now if you see, we have successfully swapped or reversed the values of the nodes at this particular level, right? So this is what we need to do. So let's quickly look at the code. So first of all, in our tree there can be 0 nodes as well. So in that case our root will be null. So if not of root, that is if the root itself is null, then in that case we will simply return null pointer, right? We won't do anything. Otherwise, we will perform BFS here. So for BFS, firstly, we will take a queue. In that, we will store our nodes, right? So tree node, let's name it Q, right? Now in the queue, firstly, we push the root node, right? And we will also have to maintain the level which we are considering right now. Initially, it will be 0, right? Then we will check that while our queue is not empty, right? What do? We take the size of the queue. So in size equals to q dot size, And then we also need a vector for storing the nodes at this particular level, right? So we will create a vector which will store the nodes. So it will be of type tree node. Let's name it V, right? Then we will run a for loop of I starting from 0, I less than size, and then I plus plus, right? So this loop will run size times. Now in this, what do? We take the front node from the queue, right? So this will give us a node which will be from queue dot front, and then we will pop it from the queue. Now once we have popped it, we need to push it inside our vector. So v dot push back the node, right? So now that we have pushed it inside our queue, we need to push the left and right child of the node, right? So first we will check that does the left child and right child exist or not. So if node of left, then only in the queue we will push node's left child, right? Then we will check that if node's right is there, then in the queue push node's right, right? So with this, we will be able to successfully get all the nodes at the current level inside the vector V, right? So once we are done with this, here we will check that if level modulo 2 is equals to 1, meaning the level is odd. So then that means we need to reverse the values, the node values, right? So first we will take a left pointer, which will be at 0, and a right pointer, which will be equals to v dot size minus 1, right? Then we will check that while our left is less than right, what we will do? We will have to swap these two nodes, right? So we will do swap v of left's value, comma, v of right's value, right? So once we have swapped, now we will increment our left by 1 and we will decrement our right by 1. After we are done with this, we will increment our level by 1 and then at the end we can return our root. So let's run this. So in this particular case, we are doing BFS on our tree, right? This loop is doing BFS for our tree, which is visiting each node exactly once, right? So this will result in a time complexity of order of n, right? And then at each level, it is checking that if the level is odd, then we are reversing the node values, right? And this reversing operation, we are doing the swapping operation, right? So this operation will occur for each node in the queue, and for each node, this operation will take constant time, right? So the overall time complexity of this code will be order of n, right? And then for the space complexity, we have taken a queue over here where we are storing the nodes at each level. And then we have also taken a vector which also stores the nodes at each level, right? So we can say that the space complexity is also order of n, right? Let's submit this. So it got accepted. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe our channel.